Good evening. Today is Sunday, December 3rd, 2023. And this is a message to you Bama haters, right? Anyone that follows college football should know by now that Bama made the playoffs over Florida State. And everybody that hates Bama is going crazy. Oh, the Florida State got ripped off. They got screwed. But if you watch Florida State games since they lost their starting quarterback, they are not the same team. Who cares if they're undefeated? They're undefeated against a weak schedule. They got the 55th weakest schedule in the country. So they're undefeated against a weak schedule. Bama lost one game against the number 4 hardest schedule in the country. Strength of schedule. Stop it. We played better competition. We beat the number 1 team in the land that ain't lost a game in 29 straight games. We're the only team to beat Georgia. Everybody else they're undefeated against. 40-0. They're 1-2 against Bama. Stop it. The committee did not screw Florida State. I'm going to tell you why. Florida State struggled with Louisville. Louisville lost to Kentucky. That shows you how weak the ACC is. Y'all complaining that Florida State got screwed. They were undefeated. Like undefeated is the only thing that matters. There's a lot of teams that are undefeated that ain't considered for the playoff because who they played. Y'all act like who you play don't matter no more. If that's the case, the bigger, stronger teams, all they got to do is just schedule a bunch of cream puffs every game just so they can go undefeated and guaranteed to be in the playoffs. If it's all about just going undefeated, it don't matter who you play. Just go undefeated. We did what we supposed to do. We beat everybody. Y'all ain't played nobody. Come on with that y'all undefeated crap. If that's the case, just Bama and Texas and everybody else, Bama played a top-ranked team the second game of the season. Florida State, the only win they got to a worse damn team is LSU, the first game of the season. And we come to find out not LSU and lost 3 games already. So who was that? Come on, Bama beat LSU too. Ole Miss beat LSU. So come on, Florida State, what's y'all resume? Well, we undefeated. So what? That don't mean you know what I'm saying, you the top dog because you undefeated. You played a bunch of cream puffs. Y'all ain't around here beating Georgia and Texas and shit and still undefeated, and you lost your quarterback. Now, if you didn't lose your quarterback, y'all still be in it. Plain and simple. It sucks that your guy got hurt. I hate that he got hurt because he was a young kid and he's got a big future ahead of him. So I hate that he got hurt, but that's why y'all ain't in it, man. Y'all ain't the same team without that dude. Y'all got a Heisman candidate quarterback that's out. That ain't playing. That's a big loss. That ain't no average loss. So come on with that. And isn't Florida State a bigger brand than Washington? Why did they screw Florida State but not Washington? Why did they screw Florida State but not Michigan? They undefeated too. They ain't bumped them out. They just bumped Florida State out. Why? Because y'all the weakest link. It ain't just because you undefeated. That ain't all it takes, just be undefeated. Well, if that's the case, just schedule. Everybody to just schedule either teams all year so they can go undefeated. Because that's all that matters. Just be undefeated. Y'all put too much emphasis on the undefeated part and ain't looking at the eyeball test of what you seeing on the field, how they playing. Because we won every game. So what? Why they ain't bump Washington? Florida State is bigger than Washington, a bigger draw than Washington. Why they ain't move Florida State up and just take Washington out? Because if you look at Washington play, they better than Florida State. It ain't got nothing to do with they being undefeated. So I don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all can cry me a river. Bama's in. Bama deserves to be in. Bama is one of the top 4 teams in the country. I think they're going to win it all. If not, it'll be Texas. The damn sure wouldn't have been Florida State. Y'all would have been a TCU from last year. Got blowed out in the first round. Because you can't score nothing. You can't score. Well, they got a hell of a defense. Everybody in the playoff got a hell of a defense. The hell that mean? Defense win championships in the old days. Nowadays, offense, them 5 high-powered offenses, they scoring on anybody. So come on with that. Defense ain't stopping the offenses nowadays, not the high-powered ones. Y'all stopping them scrubs. You will not stop Washington with Florida State. I don't care how good you think your defense is at Florida State. You ain't shutting Washington out. And you can't score. So Washington going to put up points on y'all, and y'all ain't going to put up nothing on them. You can't score on Michigan. You ain't going to score on Bama. You ain't going to score on Texas. So what y'all going to do? Decide, well, we deserve to be here. And got your ass whooped. Ain't nobody trying to see that again. That's what the committee was trying to prevent. Another TCU from last year where people left the game, stopped watching the game after the first quarter. I was watching the championship game last year. Not championship, but when TCU, it was the championship, TCU in Georgia. Man, I went to the gym after the first quarter. I ain't sit there and watch. I wasn't finna watch that. Them folks, you know how much money they lose on crap like that? And you think they worried about a few fans crying? No. This is a business, first and foremost. So, anyway, I normally don't make sports videos, football, but I had to say that, man. Y'all getting on my nerve with that, And you're only mad about Bama jumping Florida State. I ain't heard nobody complain about Texas jumping them. Why is that? Texas lost a game, too. Nobody crying about, wow, man, they put Texas ahead of Florida State. Only Bama. Texas lost a game, too. But Texas is ahead of Florida State also. They jumped Florida State, too. Not just Bama. But y'all only mentioning Bama. Why is that? Y'all ain't saying about, and they put Texas ahead of Florida State. Y'all ain't saying that. So anyway, y'all gonna be all right, Florida State fans and Bama haters. Hey, if Bama didn't have a quarterback, and even if we were undefeated, but we looked terrible, we wouldn't have been there either. Come on. Anybody that know anything about football, looking at these games, looking at these teams, know they got it right. The 4 best teams are in there. Florida State was not, without their quarterback, they're not supposed to be there. If they still had their starting quarterback, they probably would have been number 2 or 3. In my opinion, and they deserve that. Not without him. We ain't trying to see that, man. It ain't just about you Florida State fans. It's about what about the rest of the football fans that want to see a good game? Don't want to see a massacre. Nobody got time for that. Bye.